Hey, 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 hey.
What's happening?
Listen, Vision, what it do? Facebook, what it do?
Yes, sir.
We are right here, new night, new time. We finally in prime time. Thanks to Jerry for working out. We were trying to get in prime time for 2 hours. But we're right here every Wednesday, 9 and 10, coming at you talking shit like we always do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And now, but since we got the new hours working, you might see some extracurricular activities going on live from the corner. You don't know what you might see.
You damn straight.
You know what I'm saying? But I am Bridget Taylor.
And I am Louisa.
And I am AI.
And hey, like I said, this is live from the corner. Facebook, thanks for tuning in. We are so happy to be here on Wednesday.
Yeah, we are
You know
excited.
what I'm saying? We're so happy here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So first off, before we get started, I have to give a shout out to all my Washingtonians out there.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? To all the Nats fans
Hey.
out there. It seemed like y'all got better after y'all got rid of Bryce Harper, but we ain't going to mention that right now, though. You know what I'm
Fucking
saying?
animals out here, bro.
Yeah. No, so congratulations with the Nats making it to the World Series. You know, hopefully y'all can bring it home, depending on who y'all play.
That'd be
Damn,
awesome.
so
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be awesome.
So how was y'all weekend?
It's been construction in my apartment. I rearranged.
Construction in your apartment or in an apartment building?
Construction.
No, in my apartment. I've been rearranging stuff. I rearranged my room. Maintenance people been coming in doing stuff they should have been doing. I've been there 2 years. And
Oh, they in there
just coming
sniffing your drawers.
Oh, no.
Really?
She called somebody sniffing her drawers and that
No, I
motherfucker.
didn't.
Smell like peppermint. Former fox and shit.
Anyway,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I'm washing clothes and getting stuff straight. I've been busy. Yeah.
Man, listen. Let me tell y'all something, man. Shouts out to Howard University, man. Y'all turned this motherfucker out.
That's right.
Oh, we got
That's
Kevin
right.
the Fat Vegan in
Yeah,
the house.
Fat Vegan up in here.
Hey, listen.
Thursday
Howard
night too with Anthony up in the house.
Slim, Howard University had this motherfucker so packed, y'all. Had this joint so packed. I swear to God, y'all. It was all good until the girls got drunk and started driving, y'all. It was like Mario caught out that motherfucker, y'all. I swear to God, somebody
my
tried to knock
game.
the
That's my
change out my
game.
ass on the gold rings and shit, the mushrooms and shit.
Oh, they threw a turtle.
Man, fuck yeah, they tried to do everything, y'all. King Cooper was in the corner buying pizza and shit down the street.
No, but definitely shout out to HU for doing that thing.
Real HU, right?
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Hey, did you do your pool this weekend?
Of course I did. Of course I played pool this weekend. And of course I keep whooping ass. And it's starting to become a disease I got to go to the doctor for, man. I
Keep
do.
on in.
I have to. They think they
There's
got to
no
fix
cure
me.
for it.
They got to
There's
fix
no
me because
cure.
I'm turning robotic out this motherfucker, young. You know what I'm saying? I can damn near shoot blindfold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, we definitely want to give a shout out to Kevin the Fat Vegan from
Yeah.
Thursday Night Tea with Anthony. You know, up in here. You know what I'm saying? Very close friend of the show.
An
You know what I'm
actor.
saying?
An
That's
actor.
right. Actor extraordinaire. You know what I mean?
And he's the owner of the Flunky.
Oh, yeah.
And what is the-
Concierge service.
Matter of fact, after we come back from our break, we gonna have Kevin come up and give him and plug his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
we
right.
are.
But my weekend was cool. I had a lot of parties. I went to
Damn.
a party, birthday happy hour on Friday, Saturday. It was funny because I don't drink, but I bartended my homie's 50th birthday
that's
party.
cool.
Oh, you
No,
pouring
Saturday
them heavy
night.
then because you don't even
You know-
taste the
I don't
motherfucker.
even drink. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So I bartended that. Then the homegirl from Cali, she had her birthday housewarming.
Oh, wow.
You
That's
know,
dope.
on Monday. So. You know what I'm saying? I was just, partying and you know what I'm saying, and going to the clouds like I do.
Oh.
Brittle Sprigger?
Huh?
Brittle Sprigger?
No, but one of the homegirls.
Oh,
You
okay.
haven't- you
All
haven't
right.
met her though,
Bet,
but
bet.
she part of the. Matter of fact, shout out to my Californians and DC group out there. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
look. Only thing about Riddle Sprigger is that she switched up and became a Nats fan after the Dodgers got their ass handed to them. You hear me? She need to. Hey, look, you need to stick to your.
I mean, but
guns,
know what?
goddamn.
She keep it in the National League because my Rockies is the National League.
Oh yeah, for sure.
At least she keeping it in the
for
National
sure,
League.
for sure.
Okay.
I had
You know
to shout
what
her
I'm
out though, yeah, because she was going back and forth about that
You know
joint,
what I'm
bro.
saying? No, for sure. Matter of fact, shout out to Ketcher Middle School. Out there
Oh
in
yeah,
Southeast.
most
You know what I'm
definitely.
Yeah.
Stop the violence.
That's right.
Yeah,
let's
they
go ahead.
did do that.
Let's go ahead and jump into it like we always do, right? So, whatever happened to the days of Bonnie and Clyde? Whatever happened to the days of ride or die bitches, ride or die niggas, right? What happened to those days?
I'm tired of y'all ass.
Yeah, what did
Man,
happen?
shut your light skin ass up.
I'm telling you, young.
No, but as a case in Texas, a groom.
Of
Now,
course.
this ain't the epitome of love. I don't know what is. My man said, I'm going to get an engagement ring, hell or high water. So much fact he robbed a bank to get some funds, and the next day bought the engagement ring. But oh, by the way, his ungrateful ass scalawag fiance
How dare you?
convinced his ass to turn himself in. And we got video of that shit. That's some bullshit. Go ahead and play the video, man. Scalawag out there.
A Texas sheriff says a man robbed a bank the day before his wedding so he could have money for the wedding ring and expenses for the ceremony. And guess who got him to turn himself in? It's none other than his fiance. Police say Heath Bumpus walked into Citizen State Bank in Groveton, just over 100 miles northeast of Houston, and demanded money. Officials say Bumpus threw his clothes out of the window as he drove away. Sheriff Woody Wallace says the man's fiance saw the surveillance video on social media and convinced the man to turn himself in. He's charged with aggravated robbery and no word if he's still engaged. Katie Johnston for CBS 11 News.
These damn hoes ain't loyal. The man said, look, baby, I'm going to get you the ring, whatever means necessary, and you convince the man to turn himself in to get you the ring that you probably wanted.
Let me tell you something.
Selfish ass.
Let me tell you something. First of all, he late because that
Selfish
ring was
ass.
supposed to already been had. But my
But
thing
how
is
you know
this-
he ain't already give her another type of ring?
No, look.
We don't know that.
But for real, was it that serious?
Man, I would have gave her a goddamn ring pop.
I mean, look, he probably gave her a moon ring beforehand to a symbol
No,
of
but
his
I mean,
love. You don't know what happened.
I understand that, but you're marrying the person. You're not marrying the jewelry. So they could have came to an agreement. Look, babe, I can't get you the ring you want right now, but I love you. I'm going to marry you. You're going to get this ring.
Well, apparently she ain't want
She
neither because
must
he
have
committed
put
to
the
turn his ass in.
She must have put the full court press on him prior to this, because how in the
Exactly.
hell would that man feel that pressure to go rob a fucking
Right,
bank?
that's crazy. And then
For a
Rob a
ring.
bank?
I just don't get it.
Yeah, he could have pawned anything. Like, he could
Right.
have pawned a car or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And
What
then when he
kind
got
of
a
ring? Did
real
they say
quick.
how much it was or what kind of ring he
Nah,
wanted?
didn't say, but you know
They
what?
didn't say how many carats it was.
No,
They
they
didn't
say.
say anything.
I'm sorry.
My problem
that
with it
was
is
stupid.
My problem with it is that he didn't wear any type of disguise, bro.
No bandana.
You look exactly
No
the way the
ski
fuck
mask
you
or
look at your
nothing.
wedding,
That's
cuz.
you. Bye.
You know what? No, I mean him wearing a hat is not a bad idea, but his face was fat.
the fuck? Oh, you going on fat faces?
You saw his face.
I got a fat face.
You saw his face.
What's wrong with fat
hanging
faces,
underneath
huh?
that hat.
Oh, you could pick me out of a crowd, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
There ain't other light skinned niggas with fat faces out here.
All right, not wearing that hats.
And dread.
It's all good. It's all
No,
good.
but I'm saying like like you said, he ain't wear no kind of bandana,
That-
no ski
that was
mask or
stupid.
nothing.
That was
like,
stupid.
first of all, if you're gonna propose to me, you got to have a plan. First of all, if you're gonna rob big, you have a
Well,
plan
no, they were
too.
getting ready to get married, but he should have already. It's not even about all of that.
Apparently it was.
Weddings are so commercialized and materialized now. It's why.
I want to see the bride.
I want to see the.
I want to see if she's worth all this time he about to get. And she up there, she probably did it on purpose. Like, yes, I don't have to marry this motherfucker.
You know what? No way.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would
Oh,
not be
this
surprised.
fuck boy did it for himself.
I would not be
He
surprised.
did it to himself.
You know
Oh,
what?
thank God.
He probably he probably got like a 1 carat. You know what I'm saying? Half a carat,
That's
and she
crazy.
wasn't impressed by that.
No, but that's
you know.
crazy. And that goes to show you the type of woman she is. Why you got to do all that? Why do you feel you have to go rob a bank to get a ring?
I mean, these hoes ain't loyal.
Man, that cooch must be golden.
It ain't down.
Nigga, she got
That or she goes down on him when he's
That's about to say
musty.
it's the
She
head.
got that.
Sometimes when a woman goes down on you when you're musty, you'll sacrifice a lot.
No, nigga, no, she got that. She got that Thundercat, nigga. That Chitara. That lion, though, nigga.
Superhead ain't got nothing on this one, because I ain't never robbing no
have
bank for no
mercy.
stinking ass wedding, bro. I'm telling you, I put a gummy ring on her finger. You gonna love this. And we gonna eat this together, nigga.
But you know what though was funny? I mean, besides that whole story, what's funny is he went to a jewelry store 100 miles north of Houston. Like, they know jewelry stores in Houston?
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there was.
So
But
he
because
just
it's
robbed the
100
bank.
miles, guess what? It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to find him.
Yeah,
you
and
dig
the
what I'm
money.
saying?
Shit, it
Trace
wasn't,
the money.
it wasn't that hard.
Bro,
But he didn't give them anything not to find.
she wouldn't. No, but I mean, in all honesty, they probably wouldn't have caught him no time soon. though.
Yeah.
You know how they turn that blind eye on that shit. They be like,
I mean, we're
right.
insured.
Man,
we're
let
insured.
my ass walk in there
But
for $5.
How about this, right? Of all folks
I'm just
that
trying to get on
watched
the
the
bus.
news that night and saw that story, his fiance was the one that saw that story. Of all people in Houston.
Right.
Do you know how many people live in Houston? Houston's a big ass city and it's very populated. And she happened to be one of the millions of people that live in Houston.
That watch
to see that
the
video.
news.
I'm telling you, bruh. I'm telling you, bruh. She was praying for this. She was praying for that situation to jump off of him, man. But whole time, young, whole fucking time, she put the pressure on him, young, and nobody's admitting this, young. What is it? What lengths would you go to, Breezy, for a woman that you love, bro?
I ain't robbing no bank.
You ain't gonna rob no bank?
I ain't robbing no
Would
K
you-
jewelries.
Would you catch a case?
I mean, if her life in danger,
Depending
yeah.
on the case.
If
Depending
her
on
life
the
is in danger, yeah. But
How about for the love?
if her life is in danger, yeah. Like I'm not just gonna willingly walk out the street just commit a crime just to show my love for no reason.
You shouldn't have to prove it. Right.
Well,
You
now
Right.
he
have
knows.
to, yeah.
Right.
Well, now he knows, and that life must be boring because he looks fairly young. He's 36, and she's at home watching the fucking news. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
We
it had
go
to
to
happen
work.
midday. It had to happen midday. So what
I
did
mean,
she do
but
for a
you know
living?
what though? For her to watch the news, that's not all that eye raising. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, Houston has had a lot of rain, so she might have been checking the forecast. We don't know what happened for her to just be sitting there watching the news. But again, the
That's
chances of her watching that
stupid.
story
That's stupid.
and seeing her fiance,
It was stupid.
I wonder will they stick together. We gotta do a follow up on this one. Will
Well,
they, will
well,
they
you
stay
know-
together or will she? You know what I'm saying? Will she let him go?
I mean, she's gonna do what conjugal visits.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Do they even still
She
do
made
that?
him turn
some states.
himself
This is
in.
some states,
bro. This is Texas.
Some states. I'm
They
not sure about
make-
Texas though.
Do
I'm
you
not
think
sure
he
about
wanted to be
Texas.
bond with her? She made him turn himself in.
Nah. Well,
He went and got a trying to get a ring for her. Oh,
Look,
this is-
look.
at least he put it through the ultimate test, and she gave it real easy.
I mean, look, you
I
go
don't
ahead.
want nobody like that in my life.
he walked in
He
that
he
motherfucker.
went in there. He
He gave
walked
a
in.
note.
He didn't show any weaponry, no
Yeah.
nothing. He just told him that he had a weapon, and so naturally, bank tellers normally just give the cash up because they'll put a sensor in there or an ink pack or something like that. So
The
they don't
blue
really,
ink pack.
There's no need to endanger their lives. Even though I don't know how the hell they get away with it nowadays because everybody got plexiglass. So how the hell did they just give it? Let's see. It's because I got a theory, but I think it's that skin tone. See, she can go in there and get away with that. She can go in there and
No,
get away
I
with
cannot
that. They be
because
like,
I have Negro hair.
But you know what though? She go and keep that.
what is
red
that, a
snapper.
perm? Did you get a perm? Did you get a perm? That's what they gonna think.
Hey,
that.
look.
You
she
will
get-
walk
she-
right out there.
She go and keep that red snapper.
Louisa will never, ever pass because she don't want them.
It's all good.
So, Monica Lewinsky is back in the news.
Monica. Hey.
Talk about Monica Lewinsky things. Now, of all people out there, of all
Talking
folks
about
out
some
there,
lollipops.
of all folks out there that don't like Trump, she gave a very interesting take on how to take down Trump. She says, "I will take
Well, let me read this because the woman needs to read this. Let me
Yeah, I
read
think
it.
you need to read.
All right,
I
you
think
better
you
read
need
it,
to let her
right.
read that.
I'm willing to take one for the team and give Trump a blowjob in the Oval Office. Apparently, that's the only thing that will that can convince Republicans to impeach.
Well, damn.
Nah, I don't think so, Monica. I think they're gonna give you a high five and tell you we're next. All right, what you do for 40? That's the going rate nowadays.
For Trump, it
As a
might be
40 bucks.
10.
Yeah, what you do
It
for
might
40?
be 10 for Trump.
$40 to the food stamp.
Yeah.
They
No,
added-
but you know what?
That's the
I'm
bonus.
sitting there thinking, like, of all the things that you could say, of all the reasons,
I mean, she
to think
gotta
of
put.
to
I mean,
take,
that's
to take
her.
Trump down. This is what you came up with.
That's her contribution to society.
She wanted to blow a pig. Oink oink. He ain't even into that type. He like. I ain't gonna say what he like, but he like them boys,
Nah, you know, you like
baby
like,
boys.
He like them
He's a pedophile
mail order
to the
brides.
full.
And we like his wife is mail order bride.
None of the viewpoints that I'm saying are of Live from the Corner or
Yeah.
Listen Vision
No,
Live,
but I mean,
he like baby
you
boys.
sitting there thinking like, this is my contribution to taking this man down.
Society. That's her contribution.
Man, look,
She
Trump
just-
is not going a damn place.
Just
He's
put
not
it
going
in
a
your
damn place. So she would just
mouth.
be blowing him for no reason, for bragging rights. I
Man,
guess.
blow the whistle. I mean, the fact that she was willing
What does
to
it
blow
taste like,
him.
Monica? McDonald's.
Cheese.
Tastes like a
That nigga.
cheeseburger.
It's like cheese. Ew.
I mean,
What they call it, duck butter.
Yeah, tastes like
nigga-
like goddamn. Tastes like motherfucking Big Mac sauce.
the
Ew.
nigga is a grown size Oompa Loompa. You want to blow that nigga?
Yeah, that's what she want.
Oh
That's what she
man,
want.
that is
Yeah, would you do that? You do that
Oh,
for the squad?
almost
You
cussed you
squad
out.
up for the America.
Yeah, no, hey, I almost cussed you out. Almost cussed you out. I almost did. I had to catch
So,
myself.
hey, you remember that song by DJ Jimmy? Shake That back in the day for New Orleans.
I'm not hip.
Part of the hook goes, "Suck that dick for a pork chop."
Whoa. She was just gonna do it just to get them hell out.
Jesus.
No, man, but I mean, if you're going to sacrifice your mouth, I can think of a better way. If you're trying to take down the president,
Stacey Dash, I'm willing
chop.
to sacrifice my mouth.
if you're trying to take down the president,
Stacey
I don't really know
Dash,
how.
anytime you need some help getting out of prison or something, make your image, you know what I'm saying? I do it for Stacey.
You can't even
I do it for
save
Stacey.
her. You can't save Stacey.
Well,
Stacey.
shit.
She's
Well,
too
she
busy
just-
thinking she white.
She's just gonna get a good head job then. God damn it. More power to me.
Well, I mean, you
I
know.
get the bragging rights.
they gonna kick you out the black
Every
club.
nigga on the block go high five.
No,
all right,
they
you
know.
think that. You think they gonna kick me out the black circle.
Nah,
Everybody gonna be like, you
Nah,
did
you-
it, bro. You did it.
You're wrong for that because back in '94, before she went, Republican, niggas ain't fuck with her no more. In the last 3 years, ain't nobody fuck with Stacey Dash. Nobody black.
She still
Now this was '94, clueless Stacey Dash. I had to fight you over that.
94.
Kanye West
I had to
video.
fight you over that.
25 years. And she
Video.
was gorgeous in that
gorgeous.
video. She
She's
was.
still nice.
Yeah.
She is. But she.
But her peak time was '94, clueless era. That was her peak time.
Her
And that
character.
brother like a vampire. She still look the same. What's she about 50, 55, something like that?
She about
She up
54,
there.
54.
She up there. She's
I
gorgeous.
think that she older than Dame, and that's Dame
Her
cousin.
mind is, she got a little
Yeah,
dementia.
Dame
You know
and
what I'm
Dame.
saying? She got a little-
That's Dame cousin. She older than Dame. And Dame, he got to be like 50. I know Jay like what 49, 50.
Man, so basically what you're saying is that you would do it. Because you never answered yes or no.
Who?
You would do it.
No, I what?
So you went
You
to
didn't
the
say yes or
president?
no.
I said
You said you was
no.
going to slap me, but we still didn't get the answer.
No.
All right, okay, bet. All right, on to the next one. God damn, Breezy.
Wait
We
a
gotta
minute.
move. We gotta move past this. Are you ready, bruh? Are you ready?
What's up?
So, a family in South Carolina, and you would never guess how lucky these motherfuckers are, right? A family in South Carolina pulls 44 pounds of cocaine from the
That
ocean.
white. Them bricks.
From the ocean in Fripp Island, South Carolina. A family visiting y'all. Now, doesn't live there, not the main residence, okay? In Beaufort County, okay? They pulled over 600 grand worth of white out of that damn ocean. And guess what they did?
Guess what they did?
They alerted the authorities immediately.
Well, as soon as they opened it, because it was packaged real good, and they were like, "Oh, call
it
the
white?
police."
Was it
Yeah,
white-
you
was it
know,
white family?
you know,
Now,
Yeah, I figured that.
you know.
and listen, I ain't trying to say this on camera, but I am.
But we gonna say it.
I ain't giving that shit back. I ain't giving that shit back.
We can say this for because
I ain't
we
giving it
didn't
back.
get it, so
Breeze,
you can't hold that
Listen,
against.
what would you do with it?
The views that were just expressed was that of AI only, not that of Live in the Corner.
Yeah, I wouldn't get that
Now
shit
it's
back.
44 pounds of weed. I'm keeping that.
Oh, bud, you
Keep
still
that
going to
shit.
prison, fool? You can't carry that over an ounce, fool. You done.
Shit, you get more time for
You
cocaine.
go to prison with me.
You get more time
You
for
go to
cocaine.
prison with me. You
Matter
might
of
as well go hard and make the money fast.
You probably get triple time.
Like, makes
you
me
probably
go,
get
hey.
more time for cocaine.
How quick can you get here?
All right, so
I'm
so
saying.
I'm gonna call them, but it's gonna be 41 bricks. Okay, it ain't gonna be 44. You understand me? I ain't about to give them the whole.
Just make
thing,
it a
man.
35. No, that's too
A
much.
good, a cool 35.
A
That's
good
an uneven
35.
number, though. What we gonna do with it?
36.
But you know what?
36.
If this was like somewhere like New Orleans, you might call cops. Only 20 bricks is getting turned into the evidence locker.
Oh,
though.
but look, they said that they think
You know
it
what
may
I'm saying?
have come from Hurricane Dorian. Do y'all know? It's so funny that they named that Hurricane Dorian and then they found coke because on the mask, the drug dealer's name was Dorian.
The nigga's name was on there.
No, they're saying that it may have been washed up to South Carolina because of Hurricane Dorian.
Mm-hmm.
And so the dude on the mask was a drug dealer. The bad guy's name was Dorian. I'm sorry. That was my little geek moment.
That's
But
that
yeah.
walk.
That was my little geek moment. I was thinking about that when I was reading. Don't hate. Get with the movies, damn it.
That's that
no,
Walter
but,
White
What
shit
the
right
fuck?
there.
Now hold on now, because Columbia is way the fuck away from South Carolina.
yeah, they're saying it may have
They
been.
ain't pushing these joints through Cuba. And the damn show ain't getting grown and gonna
That's
goddamn.
what they said. It may have gotten swept up in the
Yeah, all right.
hurricane some damn way.
Yeah, all right. Iran-Contra affair.
I'm just
relived
telling you
and
what
shit.
No,
they
you
say.
know what?
I'm just telling you
I
what
tell you what
they
could have happened.
said.
It could have came from the Gulf Coast. It could have got swept from the Gulf of Mexico into the Atlantic Ocean. Because when them tides start blowing, and they'll tell you where something will end up. Like those messages in the bottles, you might go
Yeah.
somewhere in China, 10 years, that shit might be somewhere in like Melbourne, Australia.
I can see some goddamn refugee floating on a whole bunch of coke, snorting it at his head. I ain't battling, Mo. I'm battling. I'm getting out of here. Looking like Scarface on that motherfucker. Say hello.
Boo.
Dad jokes. Dad jokes. I suck sometimes, yeah. It's cool.
So you know how we did a story a few weeks ago about Walter White's doppelganger?
Oh, for sure.
Really getting arrested for that, Walter White?
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course, leave to Florida. It's not so much as, now this particular picture, it's not as bad as how Miami Herald tried to clown him.
We're going to pull up that picture of this fool right here.
Yeah, it is.
The Florida man mugshot. Craziest thing is that he had two other passengers, right? And they got found with, and it was in possession of a bag containing 23 grams of methamphetamine, a handgun, cocaine, marijuana, 20 methanol pills, and digital scale.
They was about to party.
Good old Florida.
Oh no, they getting ready to pump. They
They
getting ready to make something shake out that jump. That's what the heck they was getting ready to do. They was really about that life. Now, I don't know about them damn cornrows and shit, but
You got a black girlfriend, I just told you.
he looked like some ex-MMA fighter though. You know? He look like he got the cauliflower
He
ear and
could-
everything.
oh,
though, yeah.
goodness.
For real,
He
you
could.
know? For real. Yeah. When you look like that, you ain't got nothing to lose anyway. You know? I will go to prison.
He
Ain't nobody
tired.
gonna want to hit
Man,
you.
fuck y'all.
Yeah,
Not
he
him.
good. You know? He gonna
him.
thrive in
That
that
nigga
jump.
do look off, though.
I wonder what gang he gonna join.
It looked like somebody hit him in his face. Look at his eye. Somebody hit him on that, what's that, right side, and that eye just twisting.
Yeah, that boy hideous, man. That boy hideous. I don't even get it.
Well, let's go take a quick break. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Live from the corner, right here.
Woo.
right, we are back right here with a very good friend of the show. We got Kevin the Fat Big.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
You know what I'm saying? So Kevin is an actor. He is a producer. He produces the Thursday Night Tea with Anthony. You know what I'm saying? And you got your own LLC, right? Your own business going on?
Yes, sir. I have The Flunky. It's a concierge service. You can find me at theflunky.com. You can find me at The Flunky on Facebook, Instagram. And what Flunky is a concierge service. When you have more responsibility than time, The Flunky can do it.
Tell them again.
When you have more responsibility than time, The Flunky can do it.
So what are some of the things that The Flunky can assist with?
All right, well, what I find to be popular right now, a lot of times, us being grown, our parents still have needs, and they want us to always do things for them, but we don't have time because we have our life. Call The Flunky. The Flunky can go and do those errands for you.
That's dope.
Go ahead and knock that out for you.
Kind of like a personal assistant extraordinaire.
Yes.
So let's just let's just say I'm about 60 something, and I got a bunch of side pieces. Can y'all go fuck them for me?
Would you want somebody to fuck your side pieces on?
Sir? Then they wouldn't.
I just had to throw that monkey wrench in there. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
You threw one in there. However, we also cater to people that you may be a woman that live alone, and you may need some things put together in your home.
That's cool.
We can come and do that for you.
He's
you
a
may
handyman.
We do honey-do lists. If you have a business and you need some people to sit in for you, we do seat filler service.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing that.
Everyone can use a Flunky.
Y'all replacing Mr. Charles.
That's what I plan to do.
Y'all replacing Mr. Charles, the one that always come over with the mechanic
When
bag.
you think of Flunky, you already know what you think about. Like, man, I need a Flunky to do this.
And
Of course, I'm changing that narrative.
And how many people do you employ?
Myself.
Yourself? Okay.
Yes, sir. If I don't do the job, or if I can't do the job of something that I'm not trained in, I will refer it out to a
Man, that's
professional.
dope, bro.
Okay.
That's real dope, man.
I'm
Shouts
going
out
to do
the
my
business,
best to get you what you need.
bro. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shouts out, bro. Shouts out.
Thank you. 202-866-6622.
Hey.
Theflunky.com.
Hey.
There you
Sure,
go.
that's for sure.
All right. Hey, yo, what's up, man?
Man, so look, how many of y'all out here, and I know we got a couple cats in here, the engineer, my man Dez, and then Chi-Town up in this joint. I know they are shoe fanatics. I understand that. Coming from Chi-Town, I know damn well y'all are into every shoe
Lime
that's
green
out there.
Gators.
The hottest thing, anything that's out there, right? Well, there are a pair of 3 grand Jesus shoes filled with holy water that sold out within minutes. Now, can we put a picture of that up there, sir? Okay, well, let's run the video then, sir.
Tonight's Fact or Fiction is brought to you by America's Finest Carpet.
In tonight's Fact or Fiction, we're looking into some shoes getting a lot of buzz this week. A story you may have seen claims Nike is out with a $3,000 Jesus shoe that come filled with holy water. And this is basically true. Now, the soles of the Nike Air Max 97s are injected with holy water taken from the Jordan River. The shoes also feature a crucifix and a Bible verse, Matthew 14:25, which describes Jesus walking on water. Topping it all off is a blood drop on the tongue and frankincense-scented insoles. The shoes start at $1,400, but some select sizes cost as much as $3,000. But even if you had the money, they've already sold out. Everybody loves the Jesus shoe.
Let's come on back.
Tonight's Fact or Fiction is brought to you by America's
Come on
Finest
back,
Carpet.
bro.
In tonight's Fact or Fiction, we're looking into some shoes getting a lot.
Coming on back, Dez.
So starting at $1,400.
Started at $1,400. Now remember, they bought it from a regular retail store, a Nike retail store. So this is somebody's rogue way of, you know what I'm saying, upping the ante.
Customizing shoes. Yeah.
Customizing them and getting the real deal. And I tell you what, they did sell out. They
I
sold
mean,
out.
they're clean, though. Those Air Maxes are clean.
They said the water actually came from the Jordan, and they had someone bless the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
And
Way
Deer
to the
Park
water.
and Deer Park comes from the rain. We know damn well that's tap water. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, now. Holy water.
But you know what? So
You gotta sell it.
Who is their target market?
Fool.
Yeah, basically.
Catholics.
Christian.
I mean, so thing is right. It started at $1,400. You said select big sizes, so I'll be asked out. I wear 15.
You'll be 5 G's.
I wear 15. I'll be asked
Your
out.
shoes will be 5 G's.
I'll be on the 3,000.
Yeah.
5
But
years.
I don't
I'm
know.
13.
I don't know if I want to wear a shoe with a drop of blood on it though.
Yeah.
You know it's not real.
This is crazy. And guess what? Guess what? On top of that, the insoles
Yeah, the
are fragrance with
frankincense.
frankincense.
They are off the chain. They just went straight Old Testament
Slim.
I mean, that's kinda
and then
dope,
New
though.
Testament.
You said what?
I mean, that's kind of dope.
It's
A
kind of
whole bunch
dope.
of old
Yeah.
ladies mall walking again.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
right.
dope.
Right. So now that's what I'm saying. You're gonna see a lot more priests out there in the malls walking.
They
right?
gonna be crip
Right.
walking on the water.
Right. Niggas gonna be crip walking on the water. Crip walking on faith.
What happens when them joints burst?
I was thinking about that because they got to inject it. Oh, okay.
You baptize yourself.
Look,
See? There you go.
you become more pure.
Put in the
Like
bottle.
on I'm gonna get you sucker
Yeah.
when you had
Put a
the
little
fish.
dab behind you.
Remember
Yeah.
the goldfish tank shoes, the goldfish shoes.
Hit your pressure points.
I'm
with
gonna
the
get you
water.
sucking. Yeah. That's point.
That's what they're starting to get to,
That's
bruh.
what they did.
It's starting to go back to the 70s, you know. That is so weird to me, bro.
Yeah, they hitting them baby boomers. No, that's us now.
No, we're
Baby
not the
boomers.
baby
no,
boomers.
no, who they trying to hit a market?
That's 2
though.
generations ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know
that's-
who bought them. I don't know where.
Somebody
That's what I'm
bought
saying.
them.
Somebody
Like-
use their retirement.
The
I
SSI
don't
check.
think them older people bought them shoes.
Niggas using SSI checks.
It was
for
the
that.
pastors.
But okay, so
Using
they
the
sold
building
out.
fund.
What was the number that sold out? Like how many sold out?
I think it was like 12 or 13 or something like
They
that.
had a very small amount. Let's see. They were limited edition, and they didn't.
It was like
They didn't. No, they never mentioned. But
I read it was
it
like
was less than 2 dozen. Excuse me. It was less than 2 dozen, and it was created by a company called MSCHF. Oh, I have to call it mischief. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? It was
'Cause that's what they up to.
It was created by
Somebody
them.
trying to atone for some
And
sins, I guess.
And guess where the inspiration came from? This is so weird. The inspiration came from Arizona Tea. I mean, you know, I think they did a collabo back in the day with Arizona Tea for another shoe, and they followed that. Why couldn't you do like Taco Bell?
Well,
and
it
have,
was like they were trying to see about the trends. You know, everybody jump on the trends. They were trying to see if people actually jump on the trends. They didn't think it would take off like it did.
niggas gonna be walking on Mac sauce and everything. They're gonna have a McDonald's one and shit. French fries is in the air bubble.
You see, Ronald got French fries coming out his drawers while I have
That's
it
you.
floating in it.
That's you. That's you. You got French fries. You got. Hey, look. You got the maintenance man of that junk sniffing your drawers and shit. Talk about something. We got extra work. You better call the flunky, you better call the flunky. You better call the flunky. Somebody you can trust.
Y'all do
I
not
would refer
believe
their
him.
service out.
So you're doing it right.
They were not in my clothes.
Yo,
Yes, they
so
were.
if you don't know, Stevie Wonder is a Mac.
Yes, he
Stevie
is.
Wonder got kids.
Yes,
Stevie
he
Wonder got
is.
kids. So comedian Deion Cole said he got beef with Stevie Wonder from taking his from jacking him for his
Stole
girl.
his woman.
And we got a video of that. Man, go ahead and play that video. See what they're jacking niggas for their girls, man. That's what he said.
He's so smooth. He ain't got to see
You
you.
say what you got on my girl, homie?
He can smell you.
Them nigga Debo women.
Straight up. 100. How do you Debo blind?
Do you remember
Their,
Ray?
their other senses are heightened.
He probably was like, man, I can smell your breath. Your breath smells skinny. Your breath was like you got a big butt.
You got the video of this?
Yeah, Stevie Wonder one, Deion Cole, man. Hey, yeah.
You remember Ray? Hey, you remember Ray? How you
Had beef since 2007, I heard. Is this real?
No, this is real beef. Me and Stevie Wonder.
Okay,
yeah.
what happened? And then now you guys made up, I heard. So,
He took
Chicago
my
nigga.
girl from me, and yeah, he took this chick I used to hang out with, be
wait,
with.
ow, Sway, ow.
We went to his concert, and I told her she can go meet him, and she went and met him,
And then
and she
came back.
came back, and she was like, man, here go $100. Why don't you take a cab home?
We can come back. We can
I
run that
couldn't
back, bro.
believe it.
Go
Gave me
ahead, cut that off.
$100.
Who loses their girl to Stevie Wonder?
Cut that off, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Just,
And
it's
I
possible.
knew her broke ass.
Yeah.
No, you-
But yeah.
But
so she
I-
paid him to go home.
But no, again, if you saw Ray, and
Stevie got
assuming
that
that
work.
assuming that is true, Ray used to take niggas' girls too.
He did. He
He'll,
did.
He'll feel their forearm.
Sung them out their drawers.
Right, so it's not that uncommon if you blind you play instrument, I guess.
Them other heightened, them senses are
I mean,
heightened.
niggas do play harmonica.
Yeah, so he humming on the joint. He killing them in the
Right.
bedroom probably, and he can fiddle. He can play the fiddle and shit. He probably up there figuring the hell out of him. That's probably how he meet him first. He probably be like, "Hold on, girl, come here.
Oh my God.
Let me check your oil. You like that? You like that?"
Yeah, I mean, you know what though? If I was Deion Cole, I mean, it's Stevie Wonder. I wouldn't be that mad. Now it's just a nigga out the street. And then we got beat. But it's Stevie
You
Wonder.
wouldn't be mad that she let you go for
Stevie Wonder.
For
Ain't no nigga out the
Stevie
street.
Wonder?
Ain't nigga from Southeast. No, it's Stevie Wonder.
bruh.
He got 15 kids. He did something.
People
You
usually
don't
get
don't
left
have,
for
you
free.
ain't got to
Right.
see to do that.
Right. Don't
I mean,
You
chill.
don't
really
have
got
to,
left
you
for
know what
nothing.
you're doing.
Right,
You
cause
don't
he got
have
left
to
for
see.
nothing.
Stevie Wonder be like, let me feel around with my walking cane.
Yeah, look, I'm saying the nigga got like 13 kids, so he
His
knows somebody.
third
I
eye.
mean, this is Stevie Wonder, one of the best musicians ever. I be mad for a minute, but damn, it's Stevie Wonder.
You ever think about his name?
Stevie Wonder.
Wonder how many kids he really got.
Yeah, for real, for real.
Stevie Wonder.
I want to thank you, Wonder.
Dot.
I wonder how he snatching them women. That's how
No,
you-
but I'm saying like, man, it could be any nigga out the street. Now take a girl for nothing. This is Steve. At least you could say you lost your woman to Stevie Wonder.
I don't know about that.
I mean, there ain't no bragging right.
I
No, I'm saying if someone had to say,
He'll take
if
your
someone had to
girl.
tell the story, you can at least say it was Stevie Wonder, not some nigga out the street.
Man,
Cause this gonna clown you.
that-
Your
Deion kept a straight
boy's
face
gonna
on that
clown you
joke,
about it,
too,
right?
yeah.
Your boy's gonna clown you.
gave him $100
Right.
and told him to
Gave him
catch a
$100.
cab.
Shit, that nigga like he was a hoe.
Right,
Hey,
right.
let me ask you this: would you watch?
Nah, I'm good.
You sound like you sound like you was fucking with him.
Nah, I'm thinking why you ask that dumb question? I'm like, why you ask that dumb ass question though?
Tell me what you see, baby. He said, describe what's going on. He need to know
Well,
what
that's
you
a dumb
see.
ass question to ask. I don't know why I asked that dumb ass question. Like, why would you ask that
Nah,
question?
yeah,
yo?
you was just psyched about that shit. He was like, man, it's Stevie Wonder, motherfucker. Like, would you watch?
Man, I'm not watching, nigga.
Yeah.
Man, that's a stupid ass
Would
question.
you got him in? You wasn't gonna help the man hit your
Oh,
girl.
no.
You weren't gonna assist him.
Fool,
See,
yeah.
now you just trying to front. Now you just trying to front, nigga.
I'm fucking with you. Oh my god, man! But shouts out to Deion Cole, man. That was a funny story. They're thinking that it's just tongue in cheek, and that he was just using it for his comedy special or whatever. Yeah, but yeah. So on some crazy stuff, right? On some crazy news, a guy just won $8 billion verdict over Johnson & Johnson, linked to a boy growing boobs.
For going breasts.
Risperdal, a drug that was made by Johnson & Johnson. They gave the boy boobies.
They giving people breast and cervical cancer. Oh, goodness.
Damn, that's a
Well, we already knew this though, but you know, but even back in the day, the Risperdal used to pop up, man. You know what I'm saying? But damn,
They did them.
But how much that's was he using though?
that motherfucker was addicted. You ever
I mean,
say?
I mean,
Hey, hold
I
on
mean,
now. We black. I
how
gotta
much
see
was
if
he
we black
using,
in that,
though?
because you know, black folk back in the day, we used to powder everything before we went out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Do you still
Yeah.
you still put powder on your breasts when you go out?
I haven't used
But we should put
powder
powder on
in
the
years. I do not.
Well, I'm older now. I got man boobs.
right here, they
I need
You
baby
look like a
powder.
skunk.
They used to do.
You can have that off from here all out.
Yeah.
Go outside, it's everywhere.
Yeah, as a matter of
Man,
fact,
you
what
know,
did
and
this
dude,
do?
You used to pop that junk.
Well,
Looking like Ashy Larry out this.
Say it again.
It keep you from sweating.
Right here.
We sweat. Our boobs rub. We rub. So you put the powder
That don't
in.
it don't coagulate
Talk
and
to the
form like
microphone.
Oh,
dough
I'm
and
sorry. Our
shit.
boobs rub. So you know you got to put the used to put the powder and it keep like powder absorbs the moisture.
What's next, Crisco?
What?
Say, what's next, Crisco?
Crisco is the
Making baked chicken. Got the baby powder that puts a Crisco.
That is what the fuck he look like. They gonna baby oil jail the shit out their arms.
That shit,
Hell yeah,
that
you
shit
know
looks
what?
stupid as crap,
You
right?
made a valid fucking point.
That shit looks stupid.
Y'all do be
I'm saying,
y'all used to
man.
walk around looking like fried chicken like a motherfucker, y'all. Had them old men going crazy and shit.
Y'all walking with a flower on your chest looking crazy as hell, right?
Like it's half
well, at least we
dipped.
smell good. Damn it.
Pan and shit.
Nigga walk around with a book of extra crispy on your chest.
Hell yeah, bruh. That's crazy.
Shut up.
Yo, but so I wonder if men that they had that had movies,
shoot.
if they put that on their chest too, did they? You know what I mean? That did that.
I don't think so.
Men put powder on their chest. It's very
Them
rare.
players, them pimps.
Why the hell don't gymnasts ever get cancer then? Because they be powdering
But
the
that's
fuck
chalk.
up.
Yeah, that's chalk.
Talcum powder?
No, that's chalk.
that's
I thought
chalk.
this whole time Johnson Johnson had like a deal with them or something.
that's
Bringing tubs of that
chalk.
shit in that jump. Because they be powdered up.
And then baby powder is slick. It's like soft, so they would fall. Chalk is like dry. So
Ain't baby powder dry?
it's dry, but it has like it's like smooth. You put baby powder on, it makes your skin smooth.
I think you're getting it confused with cocaine.
No, I don't know how
But
cocaine
yo,
feels.
I'm still wondering just how much Johnson Johnson this kid used to develop breasts. You know?
Yeah, it's
I
a
don't
lot.
know, but you know your body absorbs things.
No, but it was the pills though, right?
Yeah, it was definitely in pill form. It wasn't.
So it's
it's pill
internal.
form.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't that. It definitely wasn't that. It was definitely in pill form, and that's $8 billion.
To one person.
And how long did it take?
Of course, you know he was probably about 12 when they probably
12.
initiated
Like,
the,
what, 12
the
years?
deal, and it
Like
yeah,
07, right? I think it's 07.
I'm pretty damn
It's
sure.
07.
Yeah, it always takes a long time. When it takes a long time, you better get some money.
I am pretty damn sure.
I mean, you know, 100 mil going to a lawyer. I mean, 300
You,
mil
oh,
going
you
to a
know
lawyer.
that.
Damn, that's a come up, y'all. Just for some man titties. I got those now. I don't even get no. I need to check to see if my mama sleep with some Respidol or something.
Your mama ain't gave you no damn rest.
Hey, yeah, I need some money. I need 3
Hey,
days.
what was that cat from Fight Club? Remember Fight Club?
Oh shit. What scene was it?
I think at the beginning of the movie he was an MMA fighter, but he kept using
Steroids.
Steroids.
Yep. He
Yeah.
grew the man boobs.
He grew the
Yep,
man
for
boobs.
sure. So shouts out to the homie. You're rich, $8 billion richer, and I can't seem to make $1 million. So it's like it's time for me to get sick.
Oh gosh.
What do I need to eat to get $8 billion? What would you eat for $8 billion? What would you eat?
Not a damn thing.
Trump's?
Hell
Johnson? I mean, I'm just
no.
saying.
That's Monica's job.
That's the one.
Kevin, what would you eat for $8 billion?
I plead the fifth.
He gonna walk with Jesus in those shoes.
I'm getting my shoes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What you got for us, Breezy?
So, Ronald Berry
Mr. Barry.
out there in New York.
Speaking
now,
of moolah.
play this. Whenever you get fired from your job or you leave there, you don't ever want to go back. Ever again. Check this out. No one gets fired for a good reason.
You get fired on a day off.
You know what I'm saying? No one gets fired for a good reason. So Ronald Berry has been collecting checks for 6 years after being let go 4 years ago, right? He's collected $250,000 from the New York transit system. Now, mind you, the man claimed he was out 2 years on sick leave. And has been collecting checks, and he finally got arrested. He didn't get arrested for fraud or anything. He got arrested for what's that?
They said
No, it was
it wasn't fraud, but they're trying to get him. My thing is,
trespassing.
yeah,
Criminal
on the
trespassing.
on the job property
on the
because they
job
found
property.
him in the employees room.
Yeah, because they for damn sure ain't getting that money
Oh, he's
back.
still
No,
going
so
He was going there every 2 weeks getting his
he was
check.
going every 2 weeks
Wow.
to get a check for the last 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Now he said that he was on sick leave since 2015. Now, no kind of disease he had that he'd be on sick leave for 4 years, but he would go in the job every 2 weeks
Picking up a check, and
get-
they was paying
to
him
get a check.
every 2 weeks.
Well, that money definitely ain't going back to him because they voluntarily did
Yeah,
right.
they
cut
can't.
the
Yeah, they
check.
can't say that it's his fault.
And when he was arrested, he asked his boss if I was terminated the way I kept paying me. And his boss was like, "That's not my problem. That's payroll's problem."
And then they were sending him alerts to go to training,
Yeah, sending him
asbestos
physical
training,
training.
all types of training. So he thought he was still employed.
Ain't that something?
That is crazy.
That is the smartest black human being I've ever seen in my life.
Now they
We
say,
have never thought about that.
They said he was fired. He said he's been on sick leave
He got
since
fired on his
2015,
day off.
and he's been going in every 2 weeks and getting $250,000 worth of checks for the past 6 years.
But you have to be able to clock in, I would guess.
That's what I'm saying. And then they said too, they don't know why they didn't catch it sooner because now it's the fingerprint identification for them to
Well,
clock
because
in
of
and
that.
out.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
of
that's
that.
when they caught him because of that, right?
Well, he knew somebody in that joint. He was like, man, I'm going to throw you $500. You know what I'm saying? Every paycheck or something, man. Keep me in that joint.
Now, of course, the MTA is saying that on the checks it said hours worked, so they claim that there is no way that he can
That he couldn't know that wasn't
know
sick
that he's
leave.
on sick. But
Why
that's-
is he still
that's their fault,
acquiring
though.
checks?
That's still their fault, though. They're still cutting the checks.
That has nothing to do with him. Every 2 weeks he comes up there like he worked and he gets a check. That's not
what
on
the hell
him.
kind of business is this where the supervisor doesn't remember who they fired? How does the
They
supervisor come in?
probably weren't supposed to fire him.
How does HR and all them just be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
come get
Like,
paid.
Look, even the check say hours worked. You don't see this man for 2 weeks. How could they work those hours worked, but you still come a check?
That's not his fault.
out of sight, out of mind.
Man, look,
Yeah, pretty much.
if y'all dumb enough to still pay me, I'm gonna keep coming and get them checks.
He not gonna serve any real time.
He
Like I said,
can't.
he only
He
got arrested for
can't.
criminal trespassing. Not for fraud.
Because
No,
he
they
went
catch
into the
criminal
employee
trespass.
lounge.
And they can only say that he trespassed like the day that they caught him. Like prior to that, I mean, other than film and stuff, you let me in. Like how can I
and you
trespass? I
handed
didn't
me
forcefully do it.
my check.
You know, and it had to come with a warning first. So either way, I think he's gonna beat this case. And shouts out to the brother for getting that $250,000 out there. They ain't missing it.
Without having to work.
Yeah, that's a,
That's some.
But I'm still wondering, what kind of disease does he have that he's on sick leave for 4 years?
I don't know.
man, anything can happen,
I
bro.
don't
He
know.
probably made up something.
I don't
never
know.
know.
Well, he
Well,
worked
I ate that
for
Risperdal.
trans.
So
My man boob
says,
swole.
so he says that he's been on sick leave for high blood pressure and asthma for 4 years, my nigga, though?
That's
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, if you get the right, you can work that system, bro. If it's that,
If you
if
get your
the right
doctors,
doctor.
yeah.
Because apparently he's been working the system, but high blood pressure and asthma has kept you out of the gig for 4 years.
Bro, wherever, however, and whatever you want to do in this life, you can make it happen, bro.
No, I ain't mad, man. Get your money.
Yeah, for sure.
ooh,
It's
I'm
all
sorry.
good, man. God damn. Hey, so
So, Kevin, man, what you got going on with you, man?
Man, I'm actually doing some restructuring of the flunky. I'm making it. Well, just follow me to find out. I'm working on some
okay.
things. I have some projects that I'm working on outside of the flunky that I'm working on for Kevin.
Okay.
I'm planning on some big things. So have me back and I can fill you in with
Oh,
that.
you know you welcome back
And
anytime.
what's going on with Thursday Night Tea?
We are on hiatus right now, because of Anthony being so busy. He has been blessed, and like right now he's in L.A. He flew out this morning.
Shout out to Anthony if you're watching out there,
And
man.
Anthony Oakes, the comedian.
And he does the open mic every first Wednesday at Busboys and Poets
Which one?
The one
On K Street.
K Street.
Northwest.
Yes, and that's live. So I suggest come on out there. Come early so you can get on the list because the list always sells out. I mean, it fills up. The show sells out. So get your tickets.
that's dope.
Man, yeah, just follow Anthony. Follow the flunky. Follow Kevin, the fat vegan.
So, I was going to ask you, how did you come with the name Fat Vegan? I mean, I know you're
How
a vegan,
can I
right?
not?
I assume you're a vegan, right?
I mean, you call
I mean,
what it is.
yeah.
So I mean, I won't forget it. You won't forget me.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, that's that fat vegan.
That's that
mean-
Fat Vegan.
Yeah, I was making a brand for it, man. because that journey was interesting going into it. So I'm working on something about that as well.
Do you have any, any roles you playing in?
I do not, man. I tell you, I would love to get into something, but I just don't have the time. I have working on so many projects right now. I'm thinking maybe later in the new year, get back into it because it was exhilarating.
Oh,
First
it
time out
was
there.
so fun. That was so fun.
And
I went to
and
the
what
play.
project did you see him in?
The Bell and the Bull Dagger.
What was that about?
A bell and a bull dagger. It's like I'm
mind.
joking. Go
Yeah, it was set back in the.
Never mind.
Yeah,
It was the story was in DC and it was about they weren't
Shout out
together
to
but
Nate.
they were together. They went through what was that, the 50s and 60s down in the South, and just going through the different civil rights of lesbian, gay, black rights.
Okay.
They were going back and forth from current DC and the South to the 60s and 40s, and and he was Martin Luther King.
You was in okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You had a dream?
So
I
he had a lot of things going on in that.
That's dope.
movie.
Man, yeah.
That's
But
dope.
it was really cool. It was really cool.
That's really
I had
dope.
to shave my beard, y'all. I committed. Do you know that was my first time without a beard in 15 years?
Oh, you out there don't look like you running from the police.
Oh my goodness! Do you know how I felt?
So good. Well,
Hey, man, where can people find and contact our sponsor?
Well, you can hit up Gary Golf Doughty for premium golf apparel at Gary Golf Doughty, DOUGHTY, at GaryGolfDoughty.com. You can also hit him up and call him at 240-847-4007. And that's Gary Golf Doughty, man. Shouts out to him, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Red, what's up?
You can find me at Facebook at Louisa Harrell and on Instagram and Twitter at Lovely Beautiful Mind 30. And now here on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so thank you for tuning in. This is our first Wednesday primetime show. We a little tired. We gotta get used to the different night, different time. But thank you for tuning in. Hey, where can folks reach you at, man?
You can hit me at A.I. McDowell Ferguson on Facebook, Red Nose 1999 on IG, Red Nose 199 on Twitter, and the Red Nose stands for the Pitbull, not the goddamn clown. You heard me.
And you can reach me, Bridget Taylor, BREAZY Taylor on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and now here every Wednesday 9 to 10.
And
live
Kevin.
from the corner, and you can catch Kevin. Where can I get you again?
Kevin the Fat Vegan, the Flunky, but Kevin the Fat Vegan.
I spell Flunky.
FLUNKY.
Okay.
Theflunky.com.
The Flunky.
All right, and we'll be here same bad time, same bad channel next Wednesday, live from the corner. We out of here.
Good night.